Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
If you've been following us, you may have noticed that we've been trying to get a sponsor for our videos.
We've been thinking, though, that maybe we've been trying too hard. I mean, we've been talking about how cool it would be to have a sponsor, or how cool it would be if we had a sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, at the time we thought it would work, but it didn't.
Not really.
Not at all.
Just no.
I mean, it's not like we really need a sponsor, I guess.
I mean, we're gonna continue our video series if we don't have one.
We just thought maybe it would be mutually beneficial if we did have one.
We thought it would work.
We tried being clever.
We tried being
We
cute.
tried being funny.
Didn't work.
Nope.
Nope.
So we decided we would give it one more try.
Ready?
It's now or never.
Knock it off, right? Have a little pride in yourselves. We tried and it didn't work, so let's just do one more video, just say the catchphrase and let's move on, all right? RCT On The Go! Hello, I'm Jeff Horger, this is Riverside Children's Theater, and you are watching the RCT On The Go video series. This episode is a follow-up to our previous video, which was an introduction to one of our touring shows, The Bully Plays. This is a different kind of play with a unique theatrical style, and presenting it was a challenge. Let's talk to the actors and find out how they did it.
Nay.
Then I shall be happy.
Oh, very well then, do. Go on then, be happy. What art thou waiting for?
I love thee.
What? Climactic storytelling is what you most often see in film and theater. There's basically a clear beginning, middle, and end, and there's usually characters that go through some sort of arc. There's a conflict that gets resolved at the pinnacle of the story, and then everyone kind of settles back down. That's what we're used to doing. Now, the other type of storytelling that's really popular is episodic storytelling. And the way that works is different stories, or maybe the same story, is told in small episodes, which is where the word episodic comes from. The Bully Plays is formatted as episodic storytelling, which means that there's not a through line as far as the plot is concerned. However, all of the themes of our plays are the same. So it's a cool way to address one topic in a variety of ways, which for our purposes is especially important because we are doing this play for kids as young as 9 or 10, and then kids as old as about 13. So it's nice to be able to have different ways to approach the same message so that anyone within that age range might be able to take something away from what we're doing.
Both have their pros and cons. With climactic type of performances, you really have a chance to build your characters, and with episodic, you have to be able to spin on a dime, and you have to be able to change who you are in just a matter of minutes or fewer in some cases.
Off you go, Jesty. The prince and I have some promenading to do. 'Tis almost dusk and the sun does lie low in the sky.
In the Bully Plays, we do a play called Nobody Knows. And in Nobody Knows, the three of us got to do some clowning. Clowning is a great form of art in which you get to express yourself, not even using words, and it's really a great challenge for us as actors. In the rehearsal process, it was really tricky to learn how to express what was going on just with your facial expressions, just with your body movements. And also, we had to learn how to sync up our movements with each other and how to make something that's not even real in front of us, make it seem like we're real, and therefore make it seem like it's real to the audience. And I think that's a great challenge as actors, and it's also really fun for kids to see something that's a little different.
I think there's a certain finesse to acting absurd. It may seem more simplistic than other forms, but clowning is really challenging in some aspects where you have to be able to act surprised at things that would otherwise be completely obvious. You have to be able to completely overplay yourself and just let go of your inhibitions.
For me, clowning is difficult because a lot of it has to do with specificity, being very specific with your body, with your reactions, with your interactions with the other people on the stage. I see clowning in the same way that I see Italian commedia kind of stuff, using masks and all that, in that you have to, it's a whole new form of communication. You have to relearn how to send a message, or you have to relearn how you interact with other people completely. And it seems really simple, but it comes from a whole reworking of everything that you're used to doing on the stage.
reason of the bully plays is the topic of bullying, obviously. It's difficult to be entertaining and to be silly and stay on topic, but it's also difficult to have a straight show which goes right to the point.
That's my name, Andrea.
So what's that supposed to mean?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. Well, actually, that's for me to find out too.
Because you don't want to come off as terribly boring, but you don't want to come off as so absurd that you're just not relaying the topic at all. To help with that, we have inserted messages throughout the breaks of each show, which just tells what we're trying to get across with each mini show. While a lot of the shows are really ridiculous and are mainly to entertain, we have moments where we kind of take a step back, and those are the moments where we really hit the message, and where even if our characters are acting absolutely crazy, they take a step back and they really listen, and I think that helps relay to the students what the message is, and that it really is there, even if it is very subtle in some cases.
This message is so important to us because it's a big problem in schools that we really want to make sure the kids connect with, but you don't want to beat them in the head with it either, because we are very aware that if you tell a kid to do something that many times, they're probably not going to want to do it anymore. So it's important for us to make sure that we know where we're going, but to also be subtle enough that we kind of catch them off guard, that by the end they realize something that they never felt like they were told to do it. They come to the realization on their own.
As the bully plays consists of several smaller plays, our actors required time between plays to change costumes. To cover this time, we recorded a series of introductions for each individual play, as well as a longer introduction for the bully plays as a whole. We found at the end of the day that we did not need that original introduction, and we cut it for purposes of time. However, our introduction to the bully plays does have a good message. Let's give it a listen now. See what you think.
Sometimes I'm right, and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah.
We've all been there. At one time or another, we have each wished someone else would be reasonable and do it our way. We have pleaded, begged, or pressured another person to understand our own point of view and comply with our wishes. Hopefully, we did this with good intentions and with good reasons. In a perfect world, we want only the best for everyone, if not also for ourselves. But when is the line crossed between kind-hearted persuasion and bullying? Is it always so easy to tell?
Bullying differs from friendly teasing or gentle coaxing. Bullying is aggressive behavior intended to harm or show power over another person that is repeated over time. Teasing can be fun between friends, but it becomes bullying if only one person enjoys it while the other suffers. While taunting is easy to recognize, more subtle forms of bullying such as excluding someone, gossiping, or spreading false rumors can be harder to identify.
While bullying may be pervasive, that doesn't mean it is healthy or normal. True, there is some value in learning to stand up for yourself against those out to humiliate or control you. Learning to bounce back and defend yourself against social aggression builds true and lasting resistance. But it is a mistake to presume that bullying is an expected part of childhood to be tolerated as a growing pain. We live in a society, unfortunately, where bullying often crosses the line to cause real and lasting pain, dysfunction, and even life-threatening danger. It is time to do something about it.
Within this performance, you will find plays written for youth audiences meant to be simply staged by only a few actors.
Spending a few minutes with any of these stories may change your perspective, open your eyes, or inspire you to do something to help yourself or someone you care about.
If experiencing these plays helps even one person to recognize bullying, understand why it is happening, and take steps to stop it, then the effort will have been worth it. When art can be used to improve and not just imitate life, we are all better off.
In the last video, we talked about problem solving. I asked our actors how this play factors into solving the problem of bullying. Here's what they had to say.
I can say without a doubt that theater has a huge impact upon people and upon children. I can say without a doubt that my life would not be as happy and fulfilling as it is today if it weren't for that. And so I say yay to the bully plays, and I say yay to getting kids to explore themselves and express themselves through theater.
I think that one of the most common messages that is sent to kids when talking about bullying is don't do it. I like what we're doing with bully plays, and I think another important message that we try to bring and that I think is equally important is that you're not alone, because you can tell kids not to do things as much as you want, but it's going to happen. And I think it's really important for the kids that become targets of bullying to hear someone else outside of the realm of their everyday existence telling them that they aren't alone. They have a support group all around them, that they have people that they can turn to, and that even if they don't know the people involved, like we go into the schools and some of them have never seen us before, to know that people like them exist, and people who have been through similar situations have come out on the other side and have been better for it.
I think that it doesn't work if you just keep lecturing the same thing over and over. With our performances, it takes a little bit different route in which we're entertaining while simultaneously addressing the issue And I think that that's the most effective way to go about it. We tell that from the kids' reactions that, well, they laugh a lot, and they're obviously not bored, they're entertained by us, but there are also those moments where we're listening and you can tell that they're silent because they're really listening to what is being spoken about. And we even get reactions during some of the pieces where you'll hear the kids kind of chime in, and we'll play a bully, and we'll bully a character, and you'll hear a kid in the audience go, well, that's not right, and you hear kids saying, oh man, that's messed up, and really addressing it in real world type situations and in more absurd and imaginary worlds and situations, I guess, kind of gives it a more rounded feel.
And there you have it. From Riverside Children's Theater in Vero Beach, Florida, this is RCT On The Go. I'm Jeff Horger, and I will catch you later.
Like that old stuff.
Community It's breakfast time!
This is the best kind of breakfast!
RCT On The Go is funded in part by Quail Valley Charities.
Hey everyone, we hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope you learned something too.
The learning process is a pretty cool thing. As human beings, we all have innate curiosity that sets us on a path towards knowledge.
Studying is important and research can be fun, but sometimes the best way to get information is just to ask a question.
We here at RCT want to help you answer your questions. If you want to know about something, just ask.
It can be about anything, math, history, art, whatever interests you. Send us your question and we'll answer it.
Email your question to jeffh@riversidetheater.com. Make sure that you include your name, the city where you live, your grade, and the name of the school. That way, if we select your question on our next video, we can give you a shout out.
Until next time.
See you later.
That's a wrap. Bye.
Bye.